Do you ever call girls like dummies or anything like that? But like term of endearment.
Uh, yeah, I used to do that. Call them dumb or dumb or if I say stupid, I gotta say like in a silly voice. I can't say like angry like oh fucking stupid. It's like
No.
stupid.
Exactly, but like in a cute way, be like, "Hey, get over here,
Yeah.
dummy.
Yeah.
Hey, little dumb."
Yeah. Come here, idiot.
That's if I say that to a girl, I'm in love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have a bad habit of like my wife had to tell me like you gotta stop talking like call me that. But like and we weren't like it wasn't like idiot or stupid or dumb. Sometimes she'll catch me because like
Yeah.
I talk like that to the dog.
Yeah.
I was like shut up stupid or get over here stupid or
Yeah,
shut up
yeah.
get down stupid. And so if I'm talking to my wife after talking to my dog, I'm still in like the
Well, hey.
forgetting who I'm directing this to.
Well, you're talking to your bitch.
So I'm like, hey, can you bring me a beer, stupid? And she's like, what? She's like, no, I was talking to the dog. I was talking to the dog.
No, you assert your dominance.
Yeah.
on both
I mean,
of
in here I'm saying it, but out loud, like that's a no.
Yeah.
You don't do that, man.
Yeah. No, I got in trouble. I get in trouble for calling chicks like dude or something. I like when I'm with a girl and she doesn't care. If I can be like bro,
Interesting.
dude.
This is very interesting. Okay. I do call women dude as well, as
Yeah.
friends. I take away that whole like, hey, I think of you as a possibility of the opposite sex type of thing. Like I'm really married, so I'm not even gonna even flirt. I don't flirt with chicks. Like not like obviously. I obviously don't flirt with chicks, so they
Yeah.
know like don't get this twisted. We're bros. I'm
But-
coming at you as a bro.
But I also will call like my boys. I'll call like the homies, babe. You remember like, hey babe, come here. What you know what I mean? Hey, sweet cheeks.
Sweet cheeks, yeah.
I'll call it to like the homies.
Yeah.
So, like-
I've done that. Like,
so,
cutesy
like-
thing. I don't call them like.
Calling a girl, I'll call a girl babe, and that's it's nothing flirty about it. I'm just like, hey babe, come like if I got or if I'm like honey, sweetie,
Yeah.
babe, shit like that. Like I got a lot of girlfriends.
So
but
here's how I do things.
you don't call girls dude like
I
your
call girls
homie?
dude, that's
I
what I'm
mean,
saying.
I mean your wife.
Sometimes, but sometimes it's like, oh, that's not what I should be saying.
What?
But
So
like,
it's an internal monologue.
yeah. But here's what I'm talking about with like the public, like other comics. With girls, everybody gets the same type of hello.
Yeah.
I go in and shake people's hands.
Yeah.
Girls always want to do the hug thing. And I'm just like, whoa. If we're all equals in this, why would you get a different greeting than all the other comics?
But the comics get a dap with a hug.
Some people do. Like some people I'll give the handshake and the hug. And I would give handshakes and like, the hugs.
You don't hug.
To homie girls. But like when other like they go up and they instantly go for the hug, I was like, oh, so you're gonna make this awkward because I'm coming in with a handshake type of thing.
Yeah, hey man, you
And
were were hurt a lot as a young adolescent. I'm thinking.
I just
and it's
want.
all right.
You think I was hurt a lot?
Yeah, Get away from me, you fucking stupid dumb hot bitch.
But it's weird. Like, okay, here's the thing that was so funny that I who was the guy that canceled Apu?
Apu?
Yeah, he wrote a big piece to cancel Apu.
Oh, was it a
from The
comic
Simpsons.
or
Yes,
was it a
comic.
writer? I don't know.
I don't know who the name. Okay, but so anyway,
A hater, a fucking hater.
So here's the thing, because I'm always like witnessing, like, okay, everybody should be treated equally. I said tweeted. Everybody should be tweeted
you
equally.
should tweet 140 characters.
Tweet equally.
That's it.
Everybody tweet
Not
them.
all this fucking
Tweet 'em
free
with
Roman,
respect.
Put a fucking 6 paragraphs on there.
But okay, so he was doing the introduction of a female comic for her special, right? Brings him up, and I don't know what the relationship is, but what caught my attention is he brings her up and does a handshake and then kisses her on the cheek.
Did they know each other?
I'm pretty sure they did, but what I'm saying is, okay, you wouldn't kiss a man on the cheek when you're bringing them up.
Well, that's just
for their
because it's
comedy
not
special.
what we do in the United States.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm not. No, it's just a United States thing.
kissing men on the cheek. It's
No.
very common in other countries to kiss. What my point to that being
My
is,
thing is-
it is not a weird thing to kiss a girl on the cheek. I have lots of female friends that I kiss on the cheek.
I
If
think
you have a close enough relationship, they didn't edit it out.
But to me, like that caught my attention. Like, oh wow, like you're gonna be mad about a cartoon character doing a voice,
Yeah.
but you're still gonna like say like, oh no, this is a this is a male female relationship because they should be treated. I keep saying tweets. They should be treated equally. We should all be like on the same playing field. We're all comics. We're all dudes. We're all like dumb. We're all we're all of the same thing, but male to female thing. And I think a lot of people are going to disagree with me on this.
Yeah, a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing? Hey, how you doing?
You know what it's coming up, and this is from love, a place of love. Just because me and you have very different points of view, but we're still friends.
Yeah.
So,
no,
I'm just letting you know what it's coming off is some weird thing against women.
No, it's pro women.
Is it?
It's pro women as equals. That's the whole thing. This is my argument about like treating them as equals.
Yeah.
Isn't that what they want?
Yeah, but
isn't that what they want?
But you're going into the like details of like a kiss on the cheek. Like why I wouldn't kiss my friend on the cheek. Well, that's just because you're not in Italy. What if you're in Italy? You would kiss your friend on the cheek. It wouldn't be weird at all. It's just the level of like how close. So what it's coming off is like you wouldn't let me kiss you on the cheek. You would get mad if I did it. If I kiss you on the cheek, oh, Patrick's canceled.
No, that's like calling somebody. That's like calling a female. Like when you're trying to like belittle them, and you're trying to prove a point, you call them honey. You know.
But I call my girlfriends honey, sweet, babe. But like
in the disrespectful type of like sarcastic, passive aggressive way.
So it all comes
right,
just
honey?
the way you did it.
You know.
One time me and this girl were breaking up, but we were like cool. I don't know. It was but anyways, I kept calling her homie in the text. I was like, yeah, no, I mean like we're good, homie. Like I still love you.
Yeah.
And like the third or fourth time I did it, she was like, stop calling me homie.
Really?
Yeah.
But what was her like? What did she see y'all's relationship as?
We're dating.
It's dating. So
She's breaking up with me.
But so y'all were dating. Who you're breaking up with her? She's breaking up with you.
She's breaking up with me.
Oh, then yeah, I would have called her homie too.
But it was like
I would have called her homie too. Like, oh no, you're changing our definition. I'm changing your nickname.
No, but it was. You know what it was? Is like we had broken up and gotten together a couple of times at that point. And we had just sort of done this back and forth. So it was just the point to where I was like, I'm not gonna like get mad. I'm not gonna freak out. So like. I like, yeah, all right, homie. We're good. She was like, stop calling me homie.
Yeah, I used to call chicks dude after bro after sex. Oh, that's good, bro.
Oh, that's not good. Yeah.
Thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, and the homie thing was like from love. It was just like I don't.
But that's
But it was funny because me and her are like we call each other bitch, hoe. We're like, what's up, bitch? What's up? I'll get it. Like that's how I get texts and shit like that. That's so. We talk to each other, homie, bro, dude. But in that moment, it was just in that moment, I was like, all right, homie. She's like, don't fucking call me homie.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I mean, I thought it was weird to me. Like, and I obviously don't know who I'm talking about when they think about this because we have that. It's always a weird interaction every time because every time I'm going in for the handshake and she's like hugging, I was like, no, I'm not disrespecting you. Yeah, I'm giving you the same respect that I
what
give
you gotta
everybody
do is
else.
you gotta. I think it's just a miscommunication.
And there's other females that like change their greeting all the time. Sometimes they come in for the hug. Sometimes they act like I don't even exist. I was like, wow, that's cool.
We should just walk up and just fucking grab him by the throat.
See, what's up, homie?
Yeah,
but yeah,
I had a thing we were talking about last night with the boys. I wanted you to weigh in on it.
Mm-hmm.
How long into the pod are we?
10 minutes.
Okay, with that we can start saying wild shit.
I mean, I guess. I mean, just don't say the F or I guess the F or the N word.
Oh, that's the N word's like I guess the N word.
Is that what the conversation was about?
No. How retarded does a chick have to be? But you
wasn't on the list. You're right.
For you to not have sex with her. Here's what I'm saying.
Wow, you mean like for real, for real?
No,
not,
and
like,
not even retarded. Let's say, like love on the spectrum, like a girl on the spectrum. Something. Basically, what I'm saying is, I think if they have a job, it's all good.
if they're hireable,
If you got
they
a
can hold
tax
down
form,
a job.
I think that's
they need a W-2.
yeah.
If you get a W-2, well, that's wild. I
Yeah.
mean, have you ever?
No. I'm just saying. Look,
Also,
look. If she works at HEB, she works at HEB. Nobody needs to know that she is the person inside the mascot costume of Buddy. She is Buddy Bucks.
Yeah.
And
I
you
mean,
know,
that's going back to our original conversation, our first conversation. You want to treat them equally.
yeah, she's got a job.
I'm all for equal opportunities.
Somebody said if she lives on her own.
I mean,
That's a lot. You, know
you
what
don't
I
even
mean?
live on your own.
You don't need to. I've had sex with plenty of dumb chicks that would fucking die on their own.
Yeah, I mean, like they live on their own as far as like no, like they have helpers.
See, we went into this whole thing, and also how disabled, like, because somebody was like, "Oh, Stephen Hawking is married." I'm like, okay.
Oh, so is she a bad person for marrying Stephen Hawking?
See where the dilemmas.
I mean, yeah.
Is she a bad person for,
And then-
or does Stephen Hawking need loving? Would I be a bad person if I had sex with somebody in a wheelchair that fucking hit a screen like a circus seal, just booping? You know what I mean?
See, this is all kind of the same topic,
No.
same type of thing. Is it different if a disabled man marries a able-bodied female?
All I know.
Does it look different if it's a disabled?
See, what you're
woman?
trying to do is you're taking something delicious, right? And you're putting it into beakers, and you want to get to the nitty gritty. I just want to know, can I have sexual relations with a mentally, I don't want to say that, a less capable person? That's where do we draw the lines? Autism's a
Yeah.
spectrum. I'm pretty sure my last girlfriend was very autistic. Like, she would start freaking out if the wrong pasta was in the spaghetti.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, because they think it's cute.
No, it wasn't. She
Spectrum
knew
is cute.
No, it wasn't cute for her. So, but what I'm saying is, it was a very high level, and then all the way down to like, I don't know, there's a couple girls on Love on the Spectrum when you're like, you know what I mean? You doll up well.
Yeah.
What about the Victoria's Secrets model with Down syndrome?
I mean, she's not bad looking. She wasn't bad looking.
That's a grown woman right there, brother.
But I would also like take it to the what is the public going to say about this?
See, this is where.
Yeah.
So now I want to know. So what I said
What
is,
would you? I mean, okay.
what I said was, does she get a W-2?
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Because you're not being demeaning. You're not being disrespectful. All you want to know is, can the hoe buy me dinner?
I just want to know. Not even can we
split the check?
No, the government. Somebody has decided.
Oh, you're saying that's what makes
She's
the
got-
level of
Yeah.
able-bodiedness.
She's got a job. There is a company.
Oh.
Walmart said this. We will pay you money. Here,
Okay.
she's. I don't know. Somebody signed the job application up. I don't know if it was her necessarily, but it got filled out, and she is now in the system. She works.
Okay.
She gets a tax. She pays taxes,
Doesn't matter how much the W-2 is for.
and it doesn't matter what she does at the company.
I mean, there's a
It doesn't
dollar amount because you
No,
only need
no.
you get a W-2 if you make like $1,000 a year.
So you saying somebody? So you saying everybody that gets?
That's my question to
My
you.
my retort would be: so are you saying that everybody that makes minimum wage in America is? Because if that's what you're saying,
That's not what I'm saying at all. That is not what I'm saying at all.
We can die on that hill.
I'm
What you're
saying-
saying is everyone in America that makes minimum wage is too mentally incapacitated to have sexual relations. And I get you. I've been to McDonald's. I see them.
Yeah,
I wouldn't fuck them either.
Yeah. And say that's the whole thing. Is there one that you found attractive? Is there one that's in play right now?
So
what
now,
brought this question on?
So now, don't worry about it. It's just floating around.
There's a person in the place. Like,
no, it's just floating around in the old. You know what it was?
What?
Oh, you know what it was? So last night at that show, the girl that was on before me, she was, it was giving very autistic, like pretty autistic. She was not from San Antonio, and she was doing a joke about something. I don't know what attractive guys doing comedy. Oh, something about doing comedy and being attractive guy. Blah blah. I'm in the back of the room. You did the show.
Yeah.
I'm in the back of the room by where the comics are, but I'm standing there and I have my hat on. And she's like, but I don't see any attractive people in this room. She's looking around. She's like, there's literally one attractive person in this entire place. And she's like, that guy back there with the hat. And I was like, what? And I like looking and she's like, yeah, you with the hat. You're very attractive. You're the only one. And
wow. Dude.
Yeah, and all I'm saying that I was like, yeah. And then I was up next after her. And so I started my set off by going up and being like, hey, I'm the guy with the hat, the attractive guy. I'll fuck.
Damn, dude.
So I was like, I'll fuck an autistic white girl. That's what it was. I said, I'll fuck an autistic white girl, and so then I started thinking about it. I mean, because I'm not. But I'm saying I was like,
Because you're in a relationship.
huh?
Because you're in a relationship. Is that why you're not?
Yeah, well, obviously.
Okay, but single dollars.
That's why we asked the questions that we asked.
But I want to know. I know what me. No.
So that's why
So you're saying
But
you
hold on,
would.
but she drove there.
You're talking about this one in particular.
No, that's where it starts.
That's where it starts. That's
and then I try to see, and now I'm going, okay, how far down the line do we go? And then I'm like, okay, obviously, like a helmet, running into a wall, lives with their parents till their parents die, and then they just kind of get given over to the state. I don't know what happens these days. Obviously you don't have sex with. Obviously.
Okay.
And then we start going, okay, that's the bottom and this is the top. Where's the middle? And then I found the middle somewhere
You just need the tax papers.
somewhere and they have a job.
Somewhere they have a job. I mean, I think that's good enough.
You know?
I think that's good enough. That's reasonable.
Do you have a job?
Yeah.
Do you file taxes? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Pay taxes?
Do you? And then everybody's like, oh, but all she does at HEB is collects the bags or collects the grocery carts. I go, oh,
A job's a job.
hold on.
A job's a job.
Hey, man, she's the mascot, Buddy. I go, Buddy Bucks is welcome in my house.
And honestly, I don't think they would.
bed.
Yeah, they wouldn't make them wear a mascot thing.
Yeah, they would.
They would get sued if they made them wear the mascot thing.
Who do you think better to play with?
Unless
children?
they ask for it. Unless they that's what the
You
job
think an
they ask
autistic
for?
person doesn't want to get in the giant
Exactly,
costume?
that's what I'm saying. If they ask for it, then you gotta like, you.
Obviously.
I mean, I didn't even picture you doing that, but you
Obviously.
seem very interested in doing that.
This seems like it's right up your alley. You speak kid. Right?
Yeah.
But again, if somebody's like, I heard your girlfriend's, I'm like, she's got a job.
Yeah, but she got a job.
How did she get there? Via bus or transport?
that's a good thing.
Hold on.
Right, yeah.
She got there by the via bus or the via transport. That's a big difference because via bus is everybody can ride the via bus.
Yeah.
Via transport, you gotta make a reservation. You gotta be on a list. They gotta come get you. They come in a little Toyota Sequoia or whatever their little minivan is.
Yeah.
And they pop.
They gotta pick you up.
Yeah.
They gotta sign you off, sign you in,
Yeah,
sign you
somebody
out.
releases you.
Yeah.
Releases your
No,
papers.
okay, so yeah, okay.
They put an air tag in you.
They lock you into the leash and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. They would have to drive, and then they would need a W-2.
But hold on. You're adding something I didn't add. I just say W-2. They got a job. They working.
Yeah.
Where do they live?
I
Don't
mean-
worry. Lots of people in in the United
I'm just
States.
saying what
a lot of
attracts
Americans
me.
live with their parents.
I'm letting you know what attracts me. You just want somebody who's able to work. I want somebody who's able to work and also drive.
Oh, okay.
I think,
but hold on.
I think that's a good skill that lets me know like you're
Buddy.
you can navigate
I'm gonna have to call bullshit.
the world.
You know why? Most women can't drive.
No, but they
So-
are allowed to. What I'm saying is that they are allowed to. They don't have to be good at it.
You're not saying
nobody's
good.
expecting them to be good at it.
You're saying just like they
Just-
have to be able to acquire.
The
a
law
license.
says it's okay for them to drive.
Hold on.
the law
Here we
has
go.
checked them
Here we
out.
go. Hold on. They just have to acquire a license.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm gonna play lawyer here. Lawyer, Your Honor, my client
Mm-hmm.
has a license. It is for a bird scooter. It is for a Vespa.
Yeah. You need a license for a Vespa?
Some sort of it's
A motor vehicle license, a moving
Yes,
vehicle
hold on.
license.
Hold on, but you didn't say it car.
And I'm not even saying they have to drive. I'm just saying at one time they passed a test that says they are allowed to.
So-
should they?
so-
no. But
Pre-accident.
are they allowed to?
Pre-accident, they get their driver's license.
See, and here you go again.
And post-accident, now that their the capability, their functions aren't functioning as functionable-ly.
What? See, you're changing the whole thing. See, you're saying if somebody becomes.
Oh, that's a thing.
I thought
that's a
were
thing.
they born this
Okay,
way?
born-
Did they wake up like this?
Born
You
that
know?
way, we're just gonna go tax information, the job. But what about accident? Like
So-
somebody was a full person, they were in Iraq, whatever. Shrapnel comes in, fucking takes fucking 6 inches off the top.
Yeah.
and now they have a condition. They're in a chair.
I mean, do they still have a nice personality? Are they funny?
to you, and that's all that matters.
Oh, Jesus, dude. See, and that's the whole thing. I thought it was a starting point thing. You said no. Something happens, and they become this way.
Well,
Then
something
changes
always
their whole.
happens.
Their changes their whole.
Something
life.
happens. Something happens when two cousins decided to make love, and then a baby happened, and now that baby has severe autism,
But can they get a W-2?
and they can get a the state of Texas.
Can they drive? Can they pass a driving test?
That's a whole. I see. I don't require my bitches to be able to drive in the first place, so why would I start? You know what I mean?
Again, you're saying that they do drive. I'm not saying that they have to currently own a vehicle, operate a motor vehicle. I'm saying the state has to tell them at one time, you have passed this test. You can, if you want to. Please don't.
Yeah.
But you are allowed to. Please don't. But you are allowed to drive.
What about like somebody with a severe disability? Like, would you have sex with the lady that was blind?
Not blind.
Why? Oh, you were like deaf? Totally. Why not blind?
Well, I don't know. I want them to know. I mean, I kind of
Because
want them
you don't
to.
want them to figure out what you look like.
Yeah.
Because you know how they have to figure out what you look like.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Slowly just rub their
I'm-
hands all up and down your body.
I think I'm better seen, not heard sometimes in the bedroom. You know?
Oh, they just go up and oh my god,
Yeah,
they're
yeah,
like
yeah.
Daredevil tall. You're like, oh dude, yeah, I would never think about the sounds I make.
This is an interesting topic. Aren't you trying to sell tickets to a fucking comedy show, dude? I think you're offending so many people.
Why?
Talking about which of disabled, how disabled
See,
you would
here's what
fuck.
your issue here. You don't want to offend nobody. My thing is, I'm just gonna be funny. You know, and if it offends people, oh, well. But if you're not a fucking, we're just joking.
Yeah.
But if you're like, oh my god, why would he say those words? I don't know. Comedy isn't for you, I guess. But I'll sacrifice it all for the joke.
So blind, you would. I wouldn't blind it because like it's a liability. I'm not a caretaker. I didn't go to school for that.
Oh, what's the? You think she's gonna trip?
For sure, she did trip.
Why?
A blind person?
Nah, she got the stick.
Nah. I don't like tapping.
What if you hooked up the blind chick, and then when you were done, she has to go to the bathroom, right? He just fucking blew a load out of her. She's got to crab walk over there and get it out. Mm-hmm. Her stick is on the other side of the bed. It got thrown during the throes of passion, during the lovemaking. Her stick.
The stick's involved? She needed a stick?
No, she was holding the stick to get to the bed, and then once you took her in your arms, you cast the stick away. The stick's gone.
Yeah.
But she needs to go to the bathroom. She gets up out of the bed. Beautiful woman. Beautiful.
Obviously.
She gets up out of the bed, and then she starts clicking like a bat to find her way to the bathroom. Do you freak out?
No, man. If that's how she does it, man, I don't know how she gets down. You know,
How do you?
I have very little interactions with the blind.
Yeah, obviously nobody does this, but you see her doing sonar. What is your reaction?
That's pretty cool. I like Batman.
You just look. You go, that's dope, bro. I don't know if I would be in the bed when as soon as I heard, I would treat it like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
That's a good talent to have. I think that's an impressive talent to have.
I would treat it like Arnold Schwarzenegger in The Predator. You know what I mean? I would wait till she was peeing and I heard the water, and then I would try to sneak out because I know she has super sensitive hearing, kind of like when he put the mud on him. You know what I mean? To hide him from the heat vision. And I'd get out of the house. I would escape.
You would escape. But you weren't in it for the long haul anyway. You wanted a one-night stand with a blind...
We don't know that. What if I was in love with her?
A blind person. Well, if you were in love with her, then you wouldn't sneak out. If you were in love with her, you wouldn't embrace her sonar abilities.
No, there's limits.
Sonar
Is there
detective.
nothing that you would divorce your wife if she... let's say she got some mutant power.
Well, yeah, if she got a power, that's great. That's a plus.
There's got to be a power that's not really a power where you're like, okay, this is.
You can't say power and act like it's a bad thing.
Well, then how do we get villains?
Are they bad? I mean, are they do they change who they are? They were born that way. I love the person that I fell in love with.
Okay, but your wife.
If I find out she has a superpower now,
Your wife falls into toxic sludge.
okay,
And then when she comes out of the toxic sludge, she looks exactly normal, but her farts literally smell like a decomposing body. It's in the air for hours.
Yeah.
You have to leave the house. It is an absolute issue. And
just open up a window.
for how long?
Open
How
up a
long do you
window.
deal with this?
I don't know. We could live with I could live with it.
So that's why I'm saying.
She lives with my bullshit.
So you're like, I already do that now.
Yeah.
Okay, but is there nothing?
She has to do with my farts.
Is there nothing that would be like, oh, we have to separate now?
No.
You know what I mean? Bat. She becomes a bat. A person looks exactly, but she's she sleeps
she
upside
becomes
down.
a bat?
She sleeps upside down. She only eats fruit upside down. It drips all over her face. She's like, babe, your fucking face is all sticky. That's the only way.
Yeah. If my wife so happens to turn into a bat,
She
we
looks
might have some
exactly-
issues.
She looks like you'd call it a power.
How is turning into a bat a superpower?
I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of somebody called Batman?
He's not an actual bat. You're talking about somebody becoming an actual bat.
Second there's a bat woman,
But
you're not into it. You would divorce your wife. There we go. See?
Yes, if my wife becomes a bat, I will say this on the podcast. The podcast is getting 60 views right now. Yes, I would divorce my wife if she bemes a bat.
This episode might get 120 views.
I don't know. There's a lot of editing I got to do. I can't believe it's fucking wild, dude.
No. Now just imagine your wife hanging from the ceiling, clicking.
And where's this toxic sludge come from? How do I turn my wife into a bat?
I don't know.
The hypotheticals with you, man. It's fucking ridiculous.
It's because we're having fun. Where did the sludge come from? You like to hike? You're adventurous.
I like to hike. Sure, we found the toxic sludge on a hike in San Antonio.
Does that not sound? Have you been in San Antonio?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, people that fell into the river, nothing's really happened to them.
We don't. Well, okay. Oh, there you go. Your wife falls into the river. Mm-hmm. She becomes a bat. There's worse things. She could become just like a San Antonio fucking sucia, one of those chicks that has the fucking 17 cups.
Yeah.
And
The
fucking-
Fiesta Sucia.
yeah, and like all the badges and medals.
Yeah.
Look like they just invaded and took over a small country. Gotta love them.
Do you? Is that a thing that you like? I figure I've only met one of your girlfriends, and I've only heard stories about your baby mama, but I figured you like that type of thing, the Fiesta Sucias. Like not as something to hold on to, but something to like knock around a little
Not
bit. You know,
even.
have a couple drunken. Well, you don't even drink no more. Does your girl drink? Your girl drinks, but like she doesn't get like drunk.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, but is that like a thing, a turn on? Drunk girls? Do drunk girls turn you
No,
on?
I mean, no. Bro, something just growing up in San Antonio, like I really did. Growing up, I wanted to be fucking white so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Like I wanted, and then I just
White for what reason?
I don't know. Like my mom
how
says,
white?
dude. When I was in school, when I was in Head Start, so not like pre-K. My mom said she picked me up from school one day, and I was like crying, saying that I wanted to be white. And
That's
she,
interesting.
And she
You
thought
wanted
that
to be
somebody,
white.
she thought that somebody had been making fun of me, and I was like, no. It's coming off. And she's like, what do you mean it's coming off? And I showed her my hands, the palms of my hands, and they were like all white. And I was like, see, paint me again. Do whatever you did, but like it's coming off of me.
What was coming off of you?
This paint, I thought that the other kids, because I was around white kids, I thought that like I was supposed to be white. And I looked at my hands, and I saw my hands looked white, and my balls of my feet looked white. So I was like, oh, that's paint. And like it was on me, and I was white, and now I'm not anymore.
Whoa. How old are you when this happened?
Like probably like 5, 6,
that is fucking
like 4 or 5.
crazy.
Yeah, like and then I just the Mexican culture, like some people get like attracted to it, and a lot of white dudes like, ooh, I love me a spicy Latina, but like that was my life. That was like every day. That was like,
Oh, so
what are you talking? You want me to fuck my mom and my aunts and my stepmom and like this is like I don't. There was no attraction to like other Latina girls, and then
Interesting.
and then once I saw Hilary Duff on the Disney Channel, it was over. I've been chasing Hilary Duffs my whole life. All of my girlfriends have been
Hillary Duffish.
pasty white girls.
Yeah.
Pasty. I love a fucking pasty bitch. I love me a just clear. Give me like girls like
All your girlfriends have been white?
bro. And if I wish I could lock them in a closet for a month until they became translucent.
Yeah.
And I can see my dick
Zero
going in
sun.
and out.
You want zero sun
Zero
touching
sun.
their skin.
You know, honestly, what would be like my biggest, like, if I could marry a red-headed, freckled, white, like Irish girl, like straight from with the accent, with the fucking accent, Pat.
Really?
I mean, just milky white. I love like when a chick takes her top off and you see like the blue veins in their chest.
I don't even know if you're being serious because this does not sound
Are
attractive
you serious?
to me
Dude,
at
I
all.
love I love seeing like the blue veins. Okay, you get a white girl, she's got like big titties and just pink nipples. There's nothing more attractive than a white girl's. I'm sorry, a white girl's coochie. It's like beautiful, brother. It's just. Anytime I hook up with Latina chicks, it looks like their pussy just got 6 uppercuts. It looks like I need to throw their pussy a bag of frozen peas.
Jesus Christ.
I throw in the towel. They take off their panties. I throw in the towel and say, he's had enough. Oh,
The
dude.
picture you paint, dog. The picture you paint is so
the
fucking
pussy
crazy.
just starts speaking back. I didn't know bell.